Welcome back. We're going to do another Subnautica episode here. Watch another loading screen. Everybody likes a loading screen. Okay, not everybody likes a loading screen. I hope my audio is still good. I moved my microphone up just a little bit, and hopefully it's still picking me up perfectly well. Um, and I'm not popping through the filter. Just gonna keep talking, I guess, while this loads. I guess I should probably start waiting until after we're loaded in, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. There we go. Oh, watch it magically. Watch stuff magically repair itself. Okay, oh, we accidentally.
This is Sunbeam. You know Aurora. We're from a little transgov on the far side of Andromeda, and we have a saying there. There's no bad without the good, no good without the bad. Sounds like you tasted a bunch of the former, but that only means you're overdue a whole lot of the latter. Might just be we're in. We're scanning for somewhere to park. We'll be in touch when we find it. Sunbeam out.
Water. Just looking for some water fish. There's one. Water. Come here, water fish. It's actually a bladder fish, but. Ah, gotcha. You come here, gotcha. One more. All right. All right, so we gotta go. We're going back to the cave system. Obviously, that is our next goal. Finish up our cave system exploration. I remember what I wanted to do. Before we do that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I wanted to see about. So we needed a diamond, lead, titanium, and a chip. So we have diamonds. Where are they? Diamond, lead. Titanium and computer chip. Oh, I know what we need for the computer chip we don't have. Okay, so we need stuff for a computer chip. One of the things we need for a computer chip is a couple of these. Okay. But the big thing we need is copper. And we don't have enough of that at the moment. The thing is that they're all over the place, and I'm just not seeing. Like, I know they are because, like, when you start using the scanning room, it's just like, it's amazing how many are you find just sitting around, and you go, how did I miss that these are here? But I do. I always miss just tons and tons of them. What do we got? 5. That's probably enough. Let's go on. Let's get on with our lives. Pardon me. Alright, so we need to make the computer chip. let me put it down in here. So, yeah. We don't know the ingredients for that yet, but we will. So we just need a battery for that. Did we have any mushrooms left? We may not. I may not have any more mushrooms. It's not like there are not thousands of them outside. I just want to have them. Storage. Outside it is! Look! Go. Yep. Now we have a cooking knife. No, it literally, it will cook the fish if you just... So now I can just slash at fish and they're cooked, but you know when I pick them up. Ah, oh, he avoided me. That was crap. Just at the last moment, Peeper. Where? This is not actually usually what I use. All right. So now...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, so we're full. Let's go. Let's go finish our cave exploration. Bang. Let's go ahead and fix our Seamoth up. We don't explode it by accident. Hopefully.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent. damage imminent. Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Last stretch. We should be able to make it without completely destroying our ship. There we go. And there will be a certain group of people that are like, you know, you could have just gone above and done that by going through the other hole. That's right, you could, if I could remember where the other hole is. Or at least from that direction. Free batteries, free batteries. Yep, and here's the bottom of the other hole. So. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, come here. You go. Have a little bit of that death, you little prick. Fight me, will you? No, come here. Come here. You closed in. You made this decision. All your fault. One of the things we're looking for, power cell charger. The thermal plant is good, but
New blueprint acquired.
you have first thing you have to have is a proper thermal vent. Good temperatures to really make it useful.
Acquired.
Now these are something that they added as an actual the large rooms have not been part of the thing forever. Like when I first played, they didn't have the large rooms at all with the large room partitions and doors and stuff. So yeah, they're even now they're still adding stuff to the game, which I think is cool. Power thermal. Thermal plant. The first rule of survival in hostile environments is to work with the resources available. If it's 800 degrees outside and you're in danger of burning to death at any moment, you may as well get some cheap, reliable energy out of it. Converts heat energy into electricity. Always take thermometer readings before attempting installation. Core mechanisms are housed in a heat-resistant chassis but are not impervious to extreme temperature. Thermal power plant. It's hot. Sorry, that's great. So yeah, it is good, but it's harder to set up than most of the other uh, power options. And by the time you can get all the stuff to set it up, you're usually better off just, frankly, building yourself a nuclear reactor.
New blueprint acquired.
Make sure there's not a crab snake. Stasis rifle. I guess I picked these up after there was some stuff I picked up that didn't. I mean, it definitely added the thing to it. It just, for some reason, it didn't add the little yellow marker. Anyway, the stasis rifle uses patented technology to slow time around an entity to as near to a full stop as the laws of physics will permit, essentially anchoring the target in place without affecting its internal workings. It is designed to facilitate scientific and engineering operations by expanding the window of opportunity for action in time-sensitive scenarios. The stasis rifle features an independent, replaceable power cell, and the trigger may be held down to increase the area of effect and duration. Common applications include slowing, fast-moving mechanisms, such as fan belts to facilitate maintenance operations, temporarily incapacitating organisms for research purposes, navigating perilous spaces by freezing potential threats. NB may not function correctly on larger life forms. The Altera stasis rifle, life's fast, why not put it on pause? Habitat. Water filtration system. The filtration system draws water unfit for human consumption from an external source, automatically splits it into its constituent parts, and outputs consumable liquid water and salts, while disposing of any harmful byproduct. It can be built in any compatible habitat module, but has substantial power requirements. The Altera water filtration system, any liquid into pure, refreshing water. pH balanced water, yes sir, any liquid. Okay, and it does work. It's a little slow, and its power requirements are extreme. They're not just substantial; they're rather extreme. Like most of the power systems available in the game, can't keep up with how much power the water filtration machine requires. Like you can install them once you get to nuclear, but before that you need several biofuel reactors to power the water filter, which you can do, and I probably will do that.
Maximum depth reached.
Oh, no.
Hull damage imminent.
My bad. Okay, that's why we have a repair gun. Hey, you go on. Uh-huh. Very fast trip in...
Son, there is always a pecking order. And in our world, money makes a hierarchy. I pay Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me.
If money makes the hierarchy, Why is Marguerite making the decisions?
We need her. We let her think what she likes, so long as she does what she's told.
What if she doesn't?
For enough money, she will. People always do.
Ah, yes.
Integrating new PDA data.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. The fish, they glow. There's one that's 90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of a habitat compartment. Certainly, it's not all friendly. Most of the plant life is toxic. I learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors. And when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the fish themselves. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do. I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power, that the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately, I've been watching the crab snakes. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues. Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies.
I guess so. Okay, I'm going to. I wanted to see if. Hoping maybe I could. Because I don't remember. So, because I have. Or I had, rather. Or off. I had a mod that let me. Change the HUD a little bit so that it was zoomed out a little. As you can see, like when you look at this, like it actually cuts off part of this. And I had a thing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So it is still part of the. Oh no, that's the HUD or the UI scale. Well, it still does work as far as that goes. We can make it a little small, but it's not the thing that I had makes it so that like all of this gets just a little smaller. Well, at least that's how I had. You can make it get really small, but yeah, but that, like I said, that's with mods, and I'm not playing with mods this time. So,
Signal.
You know what Maida told me today? She wants to build a habitat 500 meters below sea level, more than a kilometer northeast of here. And she needs Bart and I to do it. She's got it into her head that she can save us if she just acts recklessly enough. But I've hauled Star Wars to Neptune, Plasteel to the Federation. This family operates 9 different mining colonies across the Ariadne Arm. Maida thinks she's better suited to lead. Her contract still says otherwise. But I just cannot damn well tell whether it's the stupidest idea I ever heard, or my only hope. I turned 80 years old last week. I thought I had another 80 in me, but marooned on this planet, there's no swapping out of my liver when the old one fails. Here, I'm mortal. And Maida is useful. So, it's my responsibility to make a decision. Return to the island and hope whatever knocked the Degazi out of the sky won't do the same to the rescue ship. Or take us deeper in search of answers. And all the while be hoping old age gets me before the sea monsters do. I'll give Maida just one thing. She was right about these caves. There's enough lithium there to fabricate 100 tons of plasteel. Enough for a damn fleet of Cyclops submarines. There was nothing anyone could have done to avoid crashing here. But I was right to order the detour. If we get off this planet, they'll be talking about the Torgel's share price on the other side of the Federation.
And he's dead, so.
Integrating new PDA data.
Might, in hindsight, have been a mistake. On.
New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA. Integrating new PDA data.
Gotta get the hell out of here.
New blueprint acquired. New blueprint acquired.
A little more to get. Get it without. You don't want to run into the little hangy dudes. Not good. They're not good at all. You can't kill them, as far as I'm aware.
New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data. Integrating new PDA data.
You know what Maida told me today? She wants to build a
No, we did that one already. Planters and pots. Interior planters come in a variety of configurations, allow for most plant species grown in small numbers for decorative or botanical use.
Something incredible just happened. Since we're down here, I had this plan to build equipment and study the life forms we were encountering, but I didn't have enough enameled glass. So, I started looking for a natural substrate that would strengthen the glass we have, and those stalker teeth we've been finding fit the bill. Only, well, we needed more. That's when Marguerite got interested. She actually listened to me, more than I can say for father, and I worked up the courage to talk about my more tentative theories. When I told her they were attracted to metal deposits, that their teeth get dislodged when they pick them up, her eyes narrowed and she dashed out of the room. 3 hours later, she came back, her pack loaded down with stalker teeth. I asked her about it, and she shrugged and said my theories were good. Said she had the meeting out of the palm of her hand. I think she meant it literally. She is incredible. She went out to the kelp forest armed with just a heat blade and went fin to fin with a pack of stalkers. On the one hand, that is the coolest thing I have ever heard. On the other, I hope the stalkers didn't come off worse than Marguerite did. She had a huge gash on her forearm. I don't think things went as smoothly as she made out. And what's the point in surviving here if we have to kill everything that makes it so wonderful? I wish I knew more about these animals, but Father won't let me leave the habitat. Maybe with all this glass, we could build a containment unit and get up close to them.
We're already 200 meters below sea level. You want to go deeper?
Look around us, Chief. Water leaking through the hull, water outside the hatch. We're drowning real slow. If rescue arrives, whatever shot us down, it's gonna do it again and again until it's shut off. You see an off switch around here, Chief?
Why would it any more likely be half a kilometer down?
Your kid found something on the scanner. There's something down there. Something that shouldn't be.
You're mad.
I'm going all the same, and I've an idea you two are gonna follow. But if you do, be mindful. Your authority stopped at sea level.
Yes, and that, remember the lithium that I picked up that I said we needed? Yeah, there we go. There it is. That's what we need it for. I believe it also is used for the Mark II depth module, which we also want to eventually get installed. And there's what we need, you know, there's anything like that is what we need glass for. Purpose room, glass dome, stuff like that. Oh, and this. I can't wait to build that. And not for the cool fish. I need to build it for, we build it for our, for the ability to grow fish to use for bioreactors. Reginalds are rare enough, but if you can get a couple of them, you can get them to breed and make more Reginalds. We'll just go ahead and go up and open it. I think there's one more thing. Could be wrong. I'm not positive. But I just want to make sure that I get
Welcome aboard,
everything.
Captain.
Yeah, if you hit them, they take a lot of health off. But then it recovers some. So as long as you don't keep running into them. We got that already. Okay, so maybe we got everything? Maybe we do. Ah, yeah. Okay, well, wait a second. We run into another one, we're gonna be dead, so. Alright. Got that. Alright, so. All right. That one, so we can mark that one off. our list. And of course, we do have that one still, because that's the new one that it marked, the 500 meter. We're nowhere near ready to go that far, though. Diving that. Ow! What in the world did I run into? Nothing? I just ran into nothing, right? That wasn't just me? Oh, going the wrong way. I'm aiming at the wrong thing. The wrong thing. There we go. We'll turn that beacon off so that we don't go to the wrong spot. Oh, righty then.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, let's do some battery swapping. Yes, and if you wonder where the extra battery came from, we did pick up a free one there at some point. Right. Oh, we need to... Infected? Yeah, we knew that. We kind of knew. We knew. Alright, our next step is to... Don't believe we got all of the pieces for the big battery charger. No, we still need one more piece for that. There's a couple of places that do that. But let's do what I wanted to do. Oh, it won't be there yet because we haven't gotten the message yet. All right, so we're gonna wait for that. I know what to do next. First, we need to get some food and water in us. message.
This is an automated distress signal from Life Pod 12. Coordinates attached. Warning, Life Pod has sucked beyond safe diving distance. Do not attempt retrieval without submersible support.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Let's see. Our first target, that one. What I wanted to make, we want the extra high capacity tank. We want to do that real quick. Almost forgot. I was like, I forgot we got that. All right. You damn bastard. Stop damaging my shit. Yeah, we have to use this to make it. So we need 4 lithium for that. We do have it. I did collect it. Don't remember where I put it. Here we go. 4 lithium. Let's take the tank off. There we go. Perfect. Oh, so much bigger. 225. Not quite double, but it is significantly bigger. Also start going and getting into wrecks that we can cut into, or that we need to cut into. But first we'll do this, not that one. That one's at what? 250. We can dive to that one. Let's go to that one. And what I mean is that we can dive to that one from our thing. If we tried to do it from the surface, it'd be hard to get to in time. Never mind. Turn around. Never mind. We're going to go to the other one first because I don't want to. Let's go to that one. We got to wait for the message that gives us information about the Aurora, and then we'll go to the Aurora. I don't want to go without, because I don't think we can download. We have to download something from the Aurora, and we can't get it until we get the message, I think. Ooh. Look, multiplayer item. It's a time capsule. Oh, this will explain it probably. Let's scan it and then. There we go. Time capsule. These sturdy containers are designed to store written and photographic evidence for later retrieval. In addition to a number of small items, time capsules are often fabricated by marooned survivors seeking either to aid those who find themselves in the same predicament in the future, or to leave evidence of their plight which may be found long after their bodies have disintegrated. Most emergency escape vehicles are equipped with a time capsule by default, usually found in the cockpit and be jettisoned on takeoff, Altera requests time capsules be stocked with tools and resources which will aid those who may discover them in the future. Yeah, and you get a chance to launch one of these as well at some point. I think when we like leave and everything, you get to, but we can find them sort of scattered all over and everything, and people leave them. Let's see what this one contains. Anything good? Ooh, that looked like some good stuff. Hold on. It would have. That stuff would have been really good. Oh, we got the Gorgy toy. Yeah. Okay. So we got some good stuff because we got at least one thing that we can. But yeah, they did give us stuff that would have been nice if we'd found this earlier, and everything. Generally, that kind of stuff is good to put in there, but more advanced stuff is usually better in my opinion. But we can take the batteries out of it, and so that's that's totally. And if they might have, we'll have to check. Sometimes when they put this stuff in there, they put a different kind of batteries in them, because you can special battery. I don't think these do, but I don't think they did this here. We will, though. I promise. We'll put special batteries in ours before we launch the stuff. So we got a couple of free batteries, and we're just gonna hand the. Does anybody ever actually use the flare? I don't think anybody ever does. I know I don't. We don't actually need to put the cutter in. We need to use the repair tool all the time. It's constant, pretty much constant. Of course, I think we actually need the cutter here in a second to get into this. Right here. There it is. Laser. I'm working on the laser cutter all the long day.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This is the real prize right here.
New blueprint acquired.
I don't know why I think it's a prize, because I never use that. No, I never use it. the lightweight high capacity tank. We already have that. Water. It's the one with that in it.
New blueprint acquired.
I hate you, you little snipey bastard. We gotta go back temporarily. I don't want to lose all. We're gonna fill up our inventory if we can, so we don't have any slots left. So we need to go dump our trash/treasure.
Welcome aboard.
We're gonna need to change our battery in our laser cutter. Luckily, we have extra batteries for that. I need to change the other ones right now. Little quick fish grab. Yeah, I should have been doing that since I started. Now that I can recharge the battery, it's not nearly as big an issue. I also guess I need to build a fabricator in there.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. Should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers, the weather holds. Don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
Woo! Rescue time! Completely in the opposite direction of where we're going. But we've got 40 minutes before we have to be over there. So we have time. Ow! These dang fish, they keep committing suicide. No actual alien fish were harmed in the making of this video. We got past the wreck. There was the wreck. Dead end. And isn't that an uncomfortable phrase at the moment? Quit your game. Put that in. Ah. Wow.
New blueprint acquired. New blueprint acquired.
The light stick is arguably slightly better than this one, because it doesn't really run out of power. That one, this one does, but it's only arguably better. It's actually better, in my opinion. Those guys will freak you out. And they're dangerous if you, especially if you get a bunch up on you at
Welcome
once.
aboard, Captain.
Not that way.
New blueprint acquired.
Cool. We got the moon pool.
New blueprint acquired.
This is why I stopped for all of these little things here on the way through. You want to pick up all of these, the moon pool and torpedo arms and stuff as you go, if you can. Because without the map, you kind of need to.
Acquired.
Yes, I see it. You guys all see it. It's too deep to go for right now. From this vantage, we need more capacity for our ship to go deeper before we can go down there safely. We can go down there now, but won't exactly be safe.
New blueprint acquired.
I believe that's now through here that we actually. We might as well. Yeah. Of course, this is not the position you'd want to be in real life. That door frag was going to fall right into our face. Yep, we got that already, technically. Yeah, here we go. What do we got? Yes, reinforced. We needed that. We do need that.
Acquired.
Glad we did it. Glad we came here. We do want that.
New blueprint acquired.
Nice. we're now almost ready to build our actual first base. The one we have right now is temporary storage, basically. But we are going now. We can actually get started after we get finished with this part. We can actually start on doing our real. Say there it is, right there. Yeah, and I was gonna say that we are going down there. We have to be really fast about it, so that we don't.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Always want to keep our ship in tip-top shape. All right, they're shooting shit at us. We're gonna scan them in a second.
Biodiversity in this region is unusually low. Cause unknown.
Yes, I'm getting shot. Okay. Now, we'll read our thing. Okay, so we have a few things to read here. First, the tiger plant. This plant has adapted to sense fluctuations in the water at up to 15 meters, is capable both of prehensile movement of its tubers as well as the propelling of thorns at speeds of up to 10 meters per second. Although capable of incapacitating small herbivores, this plant lacks carnivorous digestive organs. Would-be predators caught in its defensive perimeter serve as a warning to other herbivores not to approach, and then as they decompose, they serve as fertilizer for the tiger plant. Assessment, avoid, or incapacitate. I don't know how to incapacitate them. Light stick, a mobile battery-powered LED light, which provides low-level lighting in a 360-degree area and can be attached to most surfaces. Okay, now you would think that would be useful, but when you attach them anywhere, they are great, but for that one room, but then that's it. Like you have to pick them back up and carry them with you to actually make them useful. And so the one that just stays mobile, the flashlight, is better than these are, unless you're like putting them around your base or something to like light up a dark area around a base or something like that. Reinforced dive suit. This suit reinforced with synthetic fibers to reduce incoming physical and thermal damage. Shock absorption reduces physical impact velocity by approximately 50%. Rated for temperatures up to 70 degrees. Disclaimer, you are not invulnerable when wearing this suit. The reinforced dive suit, why take chances when you can take Altera? Moon pool. The moon pool is an essential module for long-term exploration. Its primary function is as a dry dock for small vehicles, such as the Seamoth and Prawn suit. The large central chamber contains a pressurized pool which provides ready access to the surrounding waters and comes as standard with equipment for raising and recharging a vehicle. When outfitted with a vehicle modification station, the moon pool can be used to build and equip vehicle upgrades. Ratings, dimension 16 by 10 by 5, connection points 6, habitat hull strength, liability at sea level -5, equivalent 4 rooms. Capacity 1 Seamoth, Prawn suit, high power consumption. Okay, now this is important. When you put the moon pool on something, it does really cut into your base strength capacity, but you can upgrade your base with extra strength by putting these patch things on, which I'm sure we have it already, because they come as a standard thing. Nope, that's the foundation. All right, that's not it. We're not there yet. Here somewhere. I know it is. There it is. Reinforcement. Yeah, so it takes a lithium and 3 titanium, and you get a fairly large increase in hull integrity. So when you put in a moon pool, install a couple of these, and you're good to go. You know, and of course, the bigger that you expand your base, you know, the more of those you will have to include as you do so. And bigger rooms, like I think the large rooms actually hit uh your you know, a lot more. Like this one like will make it weaker by like 4 or 5, whereas like a scanner room will only make it weaker by like 1 or 2. Where's the ones that we haven't like stick? Not the okay. Fauna. Ah, yes, the bleeder. Bleeder, a simple parasitic organism, like little more complex than the common space tick, but just as dirty. Yeah. Ductile sac, used for collection and digestion of blood drawn from host creatures. Jaw, rows of teeth and mandibles used to attach to the skin of its victim. Behavior, the bleeder's low speed and poor defenses suggest they have evolved primarily as carrion feeders, but they are also prone to target larger living creatures, which are less likely to notice and take action against this parasite. Assessment, inconvenient and unhygienic. Avoid or incapacitate. Eye stalk. Cave-dwelling tuber dotted with luminescent photosensitive eyes. These eyes may in some way direct the twisted growth of the stems themselves, possibly in reaction to other light sources, proximity of cave walls, or other environmental. There is some stuff that we want to collect. Go down here. Come on. I'm getting caught on the edge.
Signal location up.
All crew, if you're reading this, then you have followed the automatic distress signal broadcast by this life pod's onboard computer, contrary to my orders. I have been forced to evacuate. Your orders are to disregard my safety and attempt to reach the designated rendezvous coordinates at the nearest landmass. I hope to see you there.
To PDA. Integrating new PDA data.
Little blood suckers are everywhere. We are looking for little red dots. We'll find some. First, I guess we need to go ahead. Oh yeah, forgot. I get so used to not using this to try and conserve power. There we go. Scan. We need as many of these little red devils as we can find.
Keen, this is Aurora. Come in.
This is Keen. Life pod detached to OK planet fall in 30 seconds.
The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there.
Understood, but
They are your responsibility now. Don't let them down.
Captain, you need to evacuate.
Negative. You'll need the ship in one piece if you're going to contact HQ on the long range. I'm attempting a controlled descent.
Captain?
Poor bastard. Ruby, a hard blood-red gemstone made of aluminum oxide. Rubies may be processed in order to leverage their structural integrity in advanced vehicle construction and modification, essential for advanced fabrication. Just in case you wondered why I'm trying to collect all the rubies I might be able to find in this little area. There are definitely more than 2, I know that. I'm not really seeing a lot. There's another one. There we go. Here's some more. I found them. And of course, lithium. We want as much lithium as we can pick up. We will run out of rubies faster than you think. Everything that takes rubies generally tends to take a lot of them. The same thing with lithium. Alien vent. These vents connect to an ancient piping network that extends beyond maximum scannable depth. The pumping system is still functional. The inflow vent is drawing water from the surrounding area and pumping it into an unknown location below the surface. Deoxygenated water is being expelled into the atmosphere. Warm deoxygen. Most creatures are avoiding the vents. Peepers can be observed entering and exiting the pipe network without signs of distress. Assessment, further research required. That is one of the things we are here for. These, just a couple of gel sacks. That's all we need is a couple. One. That's good.
Welcome Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
So let's head for our base of operations. Build our battery charger for our power cells. Well, actually, let's head to our base of operations and then create a new base of operations. We'll start building our new base and get that begun. We just ran into a rabbit ray. They're quite damaging to our authorita. I mean, our ship. Oh, hit my ship. Alright. A little sea moth repair work.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
All right. I'm going to take a break, and I will be back after a short pause. Okay, back to game, my fellow gamers and watchers and friends. Let's go. So, our current situation. All right, let's go ahead and our builder. That's okay. So, I think what we want to do right now is trying to figure out our best bet for a place to a couple of good options I know that are around as locations for our base. operations. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, well, I mean, you know, you could build it right there. We could, but then it would be much harder to power it. Than it will be if we find one of the thermal vents later on. Of course, we may not even need to use one of the thermal vents. We can probably do the whole thing with bio. But for now, we actually have to catch fish for bio. And of course, we definitely want our first base to be in the shallow area. There is a thermal vent in the shallows area. Have to once again find it. Okay, we already went there. Now, I know there is one, I'm having trouble finding it. There it is. All right. So.
It may be prudent to separate work and leisure spaces to maximize productivity. Treat this space as your home, but never forget that it is not. Integrating new PDA data.
Degrassi Crew Manifest, Paul Torgal. Auxiliary Search and Rescue Mission, Paul Torgal. Position, Chief of Torgal Corp. Captain of the Degrassi. Status, lost in space near planet 4546b. At time of disappearance, 79. Paul Torgal and his crew fell out of contact with Mongolian authorities close to a decade ago. Torgals were a resourceful and powerful clan, and the ship was well equipped, so their survival is considered likely. However, multiple vessels passing through the system have since attempted to trace the ship to no effect. It is hoped that Aurora's superior scanning suite can do better. Made majority shareholder in Torgal Corp by his mother upon her retirement. Interaction with Altera limited to infrequent chartered munitions delivery. Beneficiary of life extension technology. Accompanied by his only child, Bart Torgal, 19, heir to the Torgal Corporation. Emissary Khazar reports Torgal often traveled with a skeleton crew and was known for making rash but profitable decisions. Inadequate systems maintenance or straying from its planned route may account for the ship's disappearance. Gel sac. These organic structures grow on cave walls. The purple sacs which arise from the surface contain a low-density gel laced with spores. These burst from time to time, floating towards the surface and attaching onto the next rock face they encounter. While the gel sac is edible, its low density renders it an invaluable advanced construction material. Assessment: edible aerogel construction. Aerogel is something that we need for making the geothermal plant. Gel sacks and rubies, which is why we were collecting gel sacks and rubies. You might have picked up on that. And as you can see, it's, yeah. 1 gel sack and 1 ruby per. And I think it takes 3 aerogels. No, it takes 1 aerogel. Okay, so what does it take 3 rubies for? Okay, but that's also why we wanted the magnetite. So we can actually start building thermal plants. Of course, we don't have the rods. I don't know how we missed getting that wherever we picked up the thermal plant, but apparently there weren't any there. So we'll find them at some point. Won't do us any good right now if we don't have them. Okay, so we need we leave? I did. I left it. I left it behind. We'll have to come back with it later. We have the biofuel reactor already. The only problem with this one is that it takes a lot of silver. You have to have a lot of silver to make a significant number of them because of the wiring kit requirement. I don't think I've got this stuff to make. Oh yes. Ace. And that will make it so that we can find our base again, rather than swimming around like an idiot for 2 hours. Looking for the geothermal vent.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Air tool again. Where I put it. There it is. Where we go? If I got the stuff to build it. Yeah, 2 rubies and advanced wiring. Don't have all of this. Silver. Copper, gold. Do I have enough? I don't think I'm... Yeah, I might. Might have. Gold. That's a computer chip.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, I needed gold. Sorry, I needed gold for the computer chip as well. I need rubber. I need rubber. I have some. There it is. Alright. So, it is now time to head to the Sunbeam landing site where we run out of time.
Detecting massive energy signature in the region. Cannot identify.
Yes, these will become basically our best food supply for the rest of the game. But now you want to run away? Huh? Look, how unexpected, a giant alien building. Who thought this? Do you guys believe my acting? I don't believe my own acting, so I can't imagine you either. There's one. No, stay close enough. I need to scan you. Stay up. Got it. Ah. Ooh, pretty. I think I have to actually go directly to the exact spot it wants. We have to wait for the timer. You didn't used to have to wait for the timer to run out. Like, if you got here 5 minutes early, it would start as soon as you got to this point. Oh, the rescue, of course. You know that's what I mean, right? The rescue? We're definitely going to be rescued. Clearly.
Self-scan complete. Foreign bacteria counters reached statistically significant levels. No adverse effects detected. Be vigilant for symptoms.
Because, you know, a rescuing ship would definitely take us off the planet with an unknown bacterial infection on it. A school of flush. Minute and 32. You know, you don't know how long a minute and 32 seconds is until you have to wait for it to go by. And it basically in silence or figure out something to say for that long that will interest people. My choice. Murder. Alien bug murder. Feed me, Seymour. Okay. Oh, that's starting to look a little less than friendly. Maybe. It's just
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there. We broke an atmosphere, and we're descending towards the landing site.
You know, if you can see me standing here.
What do you mean you can't identify it? Hold on. No turning back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9, 8. It's coming from the building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
Be some more wreckage to search. Yeah, I was speechless the first time as well. I still can't think of anything to say. It's just like, it just blew that shit up. Of course, here's my thing. They were coming in. They had to have seen this building clearly turn into what looks like nothing so much as a giant gun that moved to turn and point at them. I mean, come on. What do you mean it's coming from the building? So funny. Right, now we just got a little exploring to do. See you later. Probably will see him later. We'll have to kill him at some point. Not gonna jump down there just yet. Luckily, these things aren't terribly... They're just annoying. They're not really dangerous, generally speaking. Where are you? Come here. Right. Several entries. I suppose that's my own fault. Speckled Rattler. A brittle land plant containing large spores which generate a characteristic rattle when the plant is shaken. This may act to ward off predators or even encourage predation as a means of spreading the spores. Force Field Control Terminal. This device matches no known technologies and is likely alien in nature. Power is being routed via a terminal to the nearby force field. The technology is far beyond anything encountered before by the Federation. Nonetheless, there is a good chance it functions like a regular lock and only requires the correct kind of purple tablet. This carbon-based device is lighter than it looks and features a symbol which resembles a U. lit up in purple. Despite the onboard power still functioning, algae growth on the exterior indicates it was abandoned hundreds, perhaps thousands of years ago. While the technology is far beyond Federation levels, and there is no obvious way to interface with it, it should nonetheless be possible to fabricate a precise physical copy of the device if necessary. Skyray. Skyray has a bird-like head and feathered wings which enable it to fly. Skyrays are commonly found circling floating structures and rarely venture far out to sea. They will perch on dry land but are prone to flee on approach. Wings. Although its wings give it some resemblance in silhouette to the waterborne rays on 4546b, analysis shows no greater genetic overlap with those species than the planetary average. In fact, the Skyray appears to have split off the evolutionary tree much earlier than most. Diet. Largely seed-based. Skyrays have not been observed diving for food, which implies they rely on land-based plants for their survival. Assessment. Presence may indicate nearby dry land. Cave crawler. Agile territorial carrion feeder, well adapted to both land and sea. Gas exchange membrane. Absorbs essential gases from the air or water for basic bodily regulation. 2. Mandibles. This species seeks out corpses in packs before defending its claim while the corpse is devoured. Assessment. Necessary water recycler. Avoid or incapacitate. Or murder hobo. Bulbo tree. A bulb-based flora which roots to the ground and sprouts turquoise leaves. Analysis suggests the sap produced by this plant is poisonous to insects but can be harvested and consumed by humans for its high water content. Edible, high water content. Pink cap. A land-based fungus species with harvestable spores. Inedible. More purple. More. Okay. That is a completely different thing. Again, we don't need salt right now. Yeah. It's large and it's alien and so alien large. Alien arch. This structure intended purpose is unclear. Theories on function. ceremonial or religious role, industrial application, advanced transportation net. Further research required. It's definitely an advanced transportation. We want to pick this place as just about as clean of lithium as possible. We can come back and get the, well, it'll both be both lithium and diamonds, but a lot of it'll be diamonds. So we want to grab the loose lithium first. Now, why is it not hitting you? Yeah, got it. Alright, and we are ready to go. The big gun.
Welcome. Captain.
Please do not feed boner sharks Viagra. That won't do us any good. Got no space. Pardon me. Blue palm. The blue palm is a common aquatic plant which thrives in shallower waters with high exposure to sunlight. Long fronds intercept light before it can reach the smaller flora on the seabed. Doesn't make any sense because it's in a cave right there. The only place we've seen it so far, so that description doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. The Cyclops, the penultimate undersea vehicular. The Cyclops is the most popular and reliable deep-sea submersible in the galaxy. By comparison to the competition, it can be crewed by just one pilot, hence the name. Its features 3-speed manual piloting controls and forward observation deck for precise maneuvering. Dry dock for transportation, maintenance, and recharging of scouting vehicles. Extensive storage solutions in the keel hold section. Internal and external video feeds. Onboard AI for threat detection. Extensive customization options. Advice for captains. Higher speeds generate additional noise, which may attract undesired attention. Power consumption. Engine off 0. Slow 25%. Standard 50%. Flank 100%. Silent running mode may be activated in conjunction with any speed setting to reduce noise close to 0 at a substantial additional power cost. Cyclops upgrades may be fabricated at the terminal in the engine room and installed at the neighboring panel. Ratings: top speed 8 meters per second, acceleration 3 meters per second. Power: replaceable power cell. Dimensions: 54 by 14 by 12. Persons: 1 to 6. In B, the Cyclops does not feature habitation quarters. It is recommended the captain draw upon a rota to decide who gets to sleep in the corridor each night. Automatic fire suppression, hull damage, and high speeds increased fire risk. Emergency ballast in the event of full system failure. The vehicle will sink. Beware, beware, bone shark. A large and powerful predator that lives in small groups and fiercely defends its hunting ground. Thickly armored exoskeleton. Just defensive adaptation either to large predators or in-species aggression. Marked similarity to the segmented exoskeleton of the sand shark, suggesting a relatively recent common animal. Large eyeballs, consistent with high light sensitivity, likely for hunting of luminescent prey in low light environments. Generally slow and unresponsive as a means of energy conservation, they will act with uncompromising speed and aggression against any threat to their territory. Assessment: avoid, may be distracted by light source, or drawn to your ship by light. I guess we have another. Pardon me. Where is it? Oh, it's here. There it is.
Seconds.
Yeah, it'd be useful if I paid attention to that, right? You know, so we didn't drown. Ah, yes. Not the apple. Glass. Luckily not helpful. Friend who wishes to eat our ship. There's the next piece. Or beat. Pretty beat. Sadly, we have to go to a really nasty place to get that one. Hopefully we will not lose our first submarine. So it is possible. Just be fairly careful. Nope, not that guy. Not the guy I'm worried about. You are one ugly fucker. Don't need to build. We want our Seamoth to be in tippity-toppity condition. Alright. Be prepared for us to just get telefucking ported right out of our ship. Definitely a possibility. Oh, well, we can scan it though. Can't take it, but we can scan it. And technically, I guess we can also take it if we. Drop this. Drop it something. Remember how to do it. It's right. It's fine. We can come back and get it. It's not like it's going to disappear on us. Nuclear reactor. Renewable energy sources will usually be sufficient for maintaining a small outpost. For everything else, there's nuclear power. Powered by up to 4 replaceable uranium reactor rods. Do not attempt to replace reactor rods without a full radiation suit. Do not attempt to overclock the reactor. Nuclear is ideal for energy-intensive operations such as self-sufficient colonies supporting more than 20 people, industrial outputs operating multiple docks and heavy machinery, research stations housing living space. There it is. I didn't read it. This green mineral substance has no entry on the periodic table and an unprecedented ability to store huge amounts of ionic energy within it. Likely grown artificially, cubic appearance suggests it has been cut from a larger deposit. Each cube contains the equivalent ionic energy of 5 kilotons of TNT. Under the right conditions, the energy could be released in a controlled manner, likely used as batteries, but would require a substantial power source to be recharged. Valuable energy. Alien rifle. Strong resemblance to human weaponry in form, this device must have been designed with a humanoid user in mind. Whether the aliens that built this structure were themselves humanoid or otherwise employed the use of humanoids is unclear. What is clear is that they considered defending this facility a necessary precaution. There was no obvious way to remove the rifle from the case. Except by mod. You can get a mod that'll give you the alien rifle as an item you can use. I've never actually used it or gotten it, but I know that there is a mod. Right? No, we need that tablet. There we go, I made space. I needed healing. It wasn't a lot of healing, but I needed healing. alien device. Doomsday device. Scans indicate this device contains enough potential energy to destroy the entire planet, along with most of the solar system. Fortunately, it has malfunctioned. I guess fortunately, maybe.
Scans indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this doorway. Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection in your system is progressing. Detecting skin irritation and immune system response. Further data required to identify bacterial strain. The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine." Translating background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
Okay, alien facility locations. Intercepted background data regarding further alien facilities elsewhere on the planet. Disease research facility. Depth 800 meters. Cave system with extensive fossil records southwest of enforcement platform. Function, live specimens. Objective, synthesis of antidote for highly infectious bacterium designated Kahara. Thermal power facility, depth 1200 meters. Location inside an extensive natural rock formation in an area of intense volcanic activity. Function, generate energy for all local facilities. Sanctuary A, data corrupted. Sanctuary B, data corrupted. Offense offsite laboratory, data corrupted. Primary containment facility, data corrupted. In the event of an outbreak, quarantine procedures will be automatically enforced with immediate effect. The quarantine enforcement platform will target all incoming and outgoing craft to prevent the spread of infection off-world. Okay, so that's what this. That's what the explosions of the ships has been for. And apparently, whatever warning broadcast they might have thought to put, to go out before the gun fires on random fucking people, doesn't work anymore. Oh, now I can drop stuff. Okay. I can't drop stuff on dry land, only in the water. All right, I'm going to pause for just a moment, guys. I just need to take a short break. And I will be back. Here we go, back again. Let's see. What is up? We need to...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I guess we'll go ahead and do the rest of the facility. Well, no, we'll come back and do that. We'll come back and do that. Because we don't have enough space, really, to get everything.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Right. Them. Uh, oh, I forgot. I forgot something. I did forget something. Alright. So I need a lubricant, 2 lead. I don't think I have a lubricant. go.
Play partially translated broadcast.
9 new biological subjects designated. Mode. Hunting. Analyzing. Sharing subject locations with other agents.
Oh, hey. It's not. All right. Once more into the breach. Let's run over some fish. We're just running over so many fish.
After weeks without human contact, it is normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Alright, gotta Gotta go get us some of that sweet, sweet lithium, baby. And we gotta get the stuff to make power. We need power! Yep. And this is what we use. So we need wiring kits and lubricant. We need more lubricant.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Room for free. Hoping. Oh no, I took it. Now I'm gonna find the place again. And then we gotta make sure we put our other thing back out. Need silver. 3 wiring kits. Question is, do we have enough silver? I bet we don't, actually. Yeah, we don't. We only have enough for... You know, here's the thing, though. Now that I think about it, of course. I think we have everything we need to make the, I keep doing it wrong. There we go. Yeah. Not the nuclear reactor. Thermal plant. Yeah, all we need is the aerogel, which we can make 2 of. 2 plants is probably enough for right now. Go make some arrows. Of course, how much? Okay. We'll see if it'll work anyway. We can always go get more. Should now be able to. Yes. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's perfectly good. So it should be right over here in this direction, actually. Okay. Just on the just on the other side. Nope, that's not. That's clearly not the right way. At least that was not quite the right. There we go. It was close, but it wasn't quite the right way. We did find it. Okay. It should be the same. It should have the same name. Back up. Yep, shallow space. Perfect. Try it without this down there, because I think that was causing us a... I cannot believe I can turn on the recording again. I have no idea what the last thing I recorded was. Anyway, I've been around. I went to pick up power transmitter parts, and I got them. Which means you guys completely, I think you guys completely missed the events that happened just a moment ago.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, so we need gold for our power transmitter. There we go. I'm just gonna continue now, recording here, and you know, what we did was what we did while I was doing that. It really all I think you probably missed was me going and finding a power transmitter piece to so that we can power our base. That did it. There we go.
Power restored. All
That's-
primary systems online.
That's right, bitch. We have power. We are power. How much power do we have? 250? That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. The question is how fast does it restore that power, though, is actually the question. Yeah, see, this is the only game I've ever found, and I still am not fond of ladders, but at least these you just click them. You don't actually climb them. You just click and you're teleported to the next part of the ladder. Okay. It's hard to be perfect with these. Oh, again, I missed some of my mods. There's a mod that that actually will place them exactly for you. It like creates a grid, and then it places them in a grid so that the placement is absolutely perfect. Let me make sure that's not something that they added to the. I'm sure it's not. It's not. Yeah. Nope. Nope. I thought it was a mod. I just wanted to make sure. This is one thing you can do, that you can actually pre-place all of them and have those blue outlines, and they'll stay there until you come and fill them. course, all you got to do that is go get more titanium. In this particular case. Did I take all of it? All of it. Oh, there's. Gold and a table.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Charge, man, charge. But it won't let me actually fix it unless I get out.
All systems online.
It'll charge it, but it won't let me fix it while it's in dock. There we go. So now it'll do. Now it'll do what I want it to do. Reinforcements. Reinforcements. Let's see if we need to put them. Okay. Go. Now we can basically build all the base that we want. I believe that's a good enough place to start.
All systems online.
It charges that sucker right on up once you got a moon pool.
Welcome aboard. Captain.
All systems online.
Oh, that's another thing that you can get with mods that I enjoyed. There's a mod that allows you to basically deconstruct any and get the materials for it back. So, like, I wouldn't have had to throw those away. I could have deconstructed them, reused the titanium.
All systems online.
That's what I'm trying to do. R. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting which one it is. Keep trying to hit Q. Which is probably how I keep screwing up the... pausing of the recording. I probably keep hitting the wrong button.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Warning. Emergency power. Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Life Pod 2 coordinates attached. We're way past our safe depth and bleeding O2. We'll have to swim for the surface, but it's 500 meters straight up. We'll make for the rendezvous and keep you posted. Out.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
I have one poor little fishy. Let's catch a couple more. Oh, it's full. Inventory's full.
What are you?
Hey. Well. Didn't even give me a chance to explain. Okay. We need gold and table core, which I believe I did pick up. Oh. Okay, so that's our first thing. Go over here and put in our builder unit. Go. Builder unit in the hallway. That works perfectly fine. Then we'll go about Maybe it may be raining outside. Not in the game. At my real address. It's at my... I'm pretty sure I'm hearing rain dripping outside the window. Alright, almost done with the first room. Hello. Sure we have more. Sure it is, but well, I'm pretty sure we have more. Say, it may not be a lot more, though. We are going to need a lot. So let's start here, right? Titanium. Copper. And silver. Quartz. Have some. At least one more food brick. I had. I'm sure I did, which means that I haven't gotten all of the stuff out of one, at least one of these. For now, we'll put it down here. guys, I'm going to save for the moment, and then I'm going to start up a new session whenever I come back. Have a good one.